are ready. Hello, hello, hello everyone. Hello, hello. Hello. Game on. 1568. Hey, thank you for the follow. I guess you are the same game on YouTube, then you move to Twitch. Possible. Hello Funner, hi. You want to know what I'm doing in my daily life? I do a lot of plane shift. And then I hunt. I hunt as a tiger. I run around and I hunt. Okay, so yesterday we continued on faction, and tonight we're going to continue on faction as well. I think we made very good progress. We're pretty much done. There are still few pieces that are needed, and one is to send the new faction rating to the client. At the moment this is not happening, and we need to send it over, right? You are also It's WL. So you had a lot of people. Good for you. Good for you. So we have yes, exactly, this piece of code, which is the one that should allow us to send to the client the new factions. I don't know if you want to send everything back or you just want to send an update, but I think we are sending probably everything back. Let me see. Fact update, get unique ID, message, standing and wait, get faction standing, faction, get faction ID, add faction, faction name standing. No, it looks like we are sending faction update. It looks like we are sending only the update. Okay. I think it's fine. So we are basically sending only the faction ID. So we are sending these two values basically. Right? We are sending those two values. The problem is that those two values my virtual head. You don't like my big head? My big head is very nice. Look. Look now. Hold on. Look. Oh. Big head. Look at that. Big head. Big head, huh? You like it? Oh, you like my big head, huh? You like my big head, huh? And my fur. My fur. Fur. That. Okay, so I need to... I need to understand when we are receiving... Exactly, when we are receiving the faction update, we are receiving it in this format. But now we need another way. This is not enough anymore. No, this is not enough anymore. So I will have to go inside. You know what is the problem? The problem is that inside faction I have inside faction I have the factions. Inside standing I have the standing. So if I'm updating only the standing, but unfortunately is a new faction, I will have to update also the other array. This is not very good. And also the other problem is that if it's a new faction, yeah, so I think we cannot just send this unless unless we return something different here. Because, you know, this is the logic. The logic is that I'm searching this faction standing and I see if this faction standing is already existing. If it's already existing, I'm doing nothing else than sending the new score, and that would be super easy. Now, if it's a completely new faction, which is this case, then I will have also to send out the new faction. So, this is interesting. So it's not as easy as you may think. If you wonder why I have so many accounts, and just if I get banned from any platform. So you can reappear with the other account. I see. Yeah, anyway, accounts are free, so why not? Why not? Just do it! Receive faction standing on PC. Receive a faction standing. So receive factions. Now we need to understand how to do this, because we need to understand how to do it. Yeah, because you see that we are building the faction on the fly. Well, actually, we're just extracting the faction. Well, a bit more. Basically, this piece, right? This piece, we will have to redo it when we are sending the new faction. You know that actually, I don't understand why we do this though. I mean, if I have everything in the standing, because you see, standing, because we are a standing faction. Yeah. Because there is inside. Yeah. Okay. No, I understand. So we will have to rebuild a faction. We will have to rebuild a faction and a standing. Yes. We have to rebuild a faction and a standing. You know what? I think we need to put all of this into a function. We need to put all of this into a function so that we can reuse it. Yeah. Okay. Let me try. So I kill this and I create a function that is called create faction from standing or something like that. And this will be now the point is which kind of parameter we need. So it will definitely return a faction, that's for sure. And the problem is which parameter it needs. It needs the current standing, basically. You only need a standing, huh? So if I add the standing, should be enough. Okay. And in theory, everything else should be fine, no? I think it is. So we return this faction. And then we just add the faction to this list, right? So okay. Sorry, yes, not like that. Okay, so now the good news is that we can create, you know, the faction again. Now the problem we have is that going back to where we were. I mean, not here. No. Go back. Come on. Going back too much. Okay, here. Update faction standing. Yes, exactly. Just close this window. So here maybe we can say if standing already exists, right? Right, so now the point is that we need to push this. I need to know, right? Or I check dirty, but I don't think check. No, I cannot check dirty. No, I need to return something, or I have a parameter, or we just return. The problem of this faction standing, I think he already has a million parameters. But you know what? I think we can do this. Returns if the update if the update is in a completely new faction, in an unknown faction. Completely new, I don't know. I think completely new is okay. So basically, yes. I think we can do this. And basically we will say now this helps us because we will have to do it also for the title. Wait, no, that is false, obviously. We will have to do the same also for the faction standing title. It's the same thing. So we need to do it here as well. Because we don't know it until is right. Okay, so in this case, we know if we are creating the new faction inside this function or not, right? And so we can basically have two methods. We can have one method. I mean, at the end, it's not a lot of data that we are sending, but still, you know, I prefer it this way so that. In this case, we don't care. Okay. In this case, we don't really care. Because in this case, we are in loading, so we don't care. But there are other places where we actually care. Yes, like yes, like this, right? So I would do the same here. The king of copy paste. The king of copy paste. Okay, so we get that. We get this. And so here we know if we got a completely new faction or not, right? So basically here the idea is that if is only a score update, but the faction already exists, right? So if it's not a new faction, right? Well, or let's say if he's a new faction. Right? So now to update only the score. To update only the score, I think I need to do very little, very little. I think that here I just need a method which will be receive updated faction score or something like that. Receive updated faction score, and this one will have to take only two parameters, basically the faction ID and the standing, nothing else. Now, don't we already have it? No, huh? We need to read it again, huh? Okay, we can read it again, it's not a problem. It's not a problem. But basically is, yes, faction ID and standing. So that is the new value that we have to send. That is if we have to update only the score. If we have to update update faction score, let's call it full or new, or update, we can call it receive new faction score instead of updated. Okay, so we will have the updated and new. So in this case we need to send way more. We need to send the full new faction and the full new standing. No, the full new faction and the standing. Now wait a second, let me do this 1 minute. So I need that thing, the create whatever, the create faction from standing, right? No, not in PS character, in server character. I need this one, create faction from standing. Now create character, get faction, get standing. Do I have a different way to do this or not? Can I say no, because I need my faction standing, huh? I need this. I need this one. I need this one. And this one I get it from where? I get it from... Well, actually I have a get factions, but I don't know if I have... because I need the standing of one faction only. I have get standing, I have get faction standing. Ah, okay. I know, but get faction standing is not returning me the whole thing. Get faction standing. Get faction standing is just a piece. Is returning only this. I think we need another function like this that is returning the full faction. I think I need another method like this because it's inside faction set, and I don't know if I can actually. We can try, but I don't think I can. Let me try. I think I cannot access this. Exactly. I cannot access that guy, so I need to create a new get faction standing, which is only has one parameter and is returning a faction standing, and all of this I don't care. So here we are getting the full faction standing. Okay, so now in theory, if I say get faction standing of faction ID, right, it will return me that. And or null. So this can be null, eh? This can be null, easy. Now in theory it's impossible that it's null, but we can still check it maybe. I mean, if this is null, we don't have anything to do, so because if that is null means that we don't really have a standing on that faction, but should never happen in theory. So in this case, you know, we will get the faction standing, and then we will get a new faction. Actually the faction we have already. Do you think this one is good? Maybe this one is good. But this one is a pointer to an... No. I need to create a new one. Which is faction to send, and for this one we use create faction standing. So we use server char manager. What is called? It's called char manager. Yeah, char manager create, exactly. And then we pass in our standing. And we get back the faction to send, and so at this point this function will take the faction and the standing. Okay, so that is if we have to send a new, and that is if we need to update. Right, so now we need to create these two functions because they don't exist. And this one needs to be on I think we can have it on PS character, right? It must be a blueprint implementable event. It must be a blueprint implementable. I don't know if I really want it on the player though, but probably yes. Wait, because there is the wall mess if you are on top of a mount, right? If you are on a mount, the character is not the character anymore. What did we say? What did we say? We say that... No. We said that I think I prefer to go on the controller, because on the controller we are sure that we are getting the right... Yeah, I think I want to go through the controller. I think it's anyway a better idea. So I will not add it here. I will add it to the PS controller. I will add it to the controller. So this one will be this one will be send faction score update, and this one we said is called wait, this one we said is called receive updated faction score. Receive updated faction score, and this one is taking the faction ID and a float, right? Standing is a float. No, standing is an int. Okay, standing is an int. Okay, an int is okay. And faction ID. Okay, we don't know, but I think it's an integer anyway. So we are sending in 2 integer values. Which are faction ID and faction score, right? So this is the one where we are updating. While I need another one, which is send new faction update. And this one we said that is called receive new faction score. Receive new faction score. And this one will take the actual faction. So this one is taking a faction object. And it's taking a standing. Right? Wait a second though. Oh. He's taking a faction standing, but a faction standing should be do we do it this way when we send out not completely sure, huh? When we do this, standings, add standing. We are actually dereferencing it, yeah? We are actually dereferencing it. Yes, I think we should do the same if it works, but we should do the same. I think we should do the same. Because this one is not a pointer to, but is the actual data. This one is the actual data. Okay. So now Okay, so we are sending the now faction standing is the one that includes the title, right? Yes, the title, the description, and the emblems. Okay, so that will in theory should already be fine. Should already be fine. Hopefully. Hopefully should already be fine. Not 100% sure, but we will see. Character manager. Character manager. What? No, wait, before, yeah. Yeah, we are doing nothing else. Okay, so it should be the same. In theory, it should be the same. I don't know if we will get the title in, but in theory, it should be the same. So should be fine. Should be fine. Okay, so we do this. We send a new faction score, and we send the score only. Now the problem is that we have the same issue with the title, because also the title needs to be updated on the client in the same way. And so I think I need exactly the same thing or very similar. The difference is that I will not update the in theory is identical, no? Because I get the faction standing, I get the yeah, it's identical. This part is identical, but this one is different. This one is different because here we are updating only the title and nothing else. So we actually need faction title. Faction do we want to send this or we want to send no, I don't need to send that. I think the only thing that we need is to send the standing, and inside the standing we have the title, no? Or we just send a string with the title, but the title is in theory is enough to send the title number. In theory ah, fuck, I don't have it here because it's inside of this. Let me just check 1 second what we have on this guy. Yeah, we have the title number. So I think if I send the title number, I should be able to get it. But the title I need to get from faction standing, so I have no other way. I need to get it from there, so I need to do this, and then I get title number. Now we need to create this new function that doesn't exist. And it's not that easy, eh? It looked easy, but it's a bit more complex than what I was thinking, but it's fine. Title number is a bit more complex than what I was thinking. Okay, so now if we close this, easy give factions to mount. Which kind of faction they may have? They have your faction. They are aligned with you 100%. Okay, we are recompiling. We will get some error maybe, I don't know, but after we get some error and we fix some error, we basically created a bunch of new methods that are able to send to the client the updated information, right? And this updated information can be pushed directly to the window, to the faction window. So on the update, yeah. You are ready to? There is still a bit. There's still a bit of time. Still a bit of time because I need the blueprint side to be done. It's not done yet. The blueprint part is not done yet. Okay, one failed. Initial value of reference to non-cost. Oh fuck, I cannot do it with a boolean. I guess I cannot do it with a boolean. No, I can't. I should be able to. Wait, because here we have okay, I understand. No, in this case it's not a problem. We don't need this, but let's put it anyway. Okay, let me try like this. You want to redeem the drum roll, huh? Drum roll is very good. But it still takes time, because I need to do... Okay, so it compiled successfully. So we go into the editor, and now I need to do the blueprint side. So when the client is receiving the updated value from the server, and we have to display it in the UI. In theory, we could have resent everything, but resending everything is a lot of data because basically it's all the factions and all the standings. So I think it's not good. So it's better like I did it now, that I'm only sending the one that I'm changing. I'm only sending the one that I'm changing. And I'm doing it by title, by score, or by faction. So I actually have three different methods. By the way, yesterday I didn't check in the stuff. We should. I didn't check in anything, so I don't know if it's a good idea because then I'm stay behind. I think I'm not checking in since some days, and it's not a great idea. Let me check in now. 1 second. So we have maybe with the editor closed. Because I added quite some stuff. I added a new building, so I added new Oja Vera buildings. We added the granary, and we added the water tank, and we added the windmill. So actually, we added three of them. Then, so all of this is good. Then we change this map, yes. Created new tileable materials directory to hold all tileable. Tileable. And then we did what? Then we did a lot of changes to the factions. First pass at faction window with new concept of reputation and title as separate fields. Then we did then we fixed the mantle. That was a long time ago. I didn't check in like years. I mean like 1 week at least. Fixed mantle to work better. Then we also updated minimum step to, I think we did it to 55. I don't remember. I think it was 55 or 60. Don't remember. I don't remember the value. I don't want to put the wrong value. Then we fixed all the faction ranks and titles. So added new scripts for to load new SQL script to load faction ranks and titles, and I think that's it. That's pretty much. No, and then we added the new function. We added the new faction title OP. Yeah. So added new faction title OP scripting capability. I don't know if we did something else, but I think that's pretty much. Yeah, and obviously we loaded a startup everything, so server now loads new ranks, new faction ranks and titles at startup. Okay. Yeah, I want to check in this because it's a long time I don't do it, and you know, it's always scary when you when you are not checking in stuff for some time. Okay, this is good, I guess. And we also added new sounds for the, oh, well, but it's okay, it's fine. I mean, 58 files. Oh my god, 58. Imagine if my PC was crashing. We had to redo all of this because it was not checked in. All of this was not checked in. GG! It would be a disaster. Okay. Yeah, it's taking a bit because there is actually a lot of stuff. There are also new textures and the changes to the level, to the OJA level. The changes to the OJA level, we will have to work a lot more on it, but I wanted to do a bit of a change. It's uploading. It's uploading, boys. It's loading the Ojaveda level now. So I will take a bit more. I don't know why it's so slow, but it's going very slow in the upload. Come on, 10 megabytes. Okay, completed. Nice, so we can restart the editor. Okay, so at least we have that, all that stuff saved into our central repository. I would really suggest everyone to use Subversion or Git, even if you are solo dev, you know, because yeah, it saves you a lot of trouble. Okay, so now we want to go in our player controller, and from the player controller, you know, I'm ready to redo everything easily. I mean, I can, but I can redo everything, but I would prefer not to. I would prefer to do new stuff. Really new things would be better. Okay, so now here we are receiving the update. So if I search faction, right, and we search all the methods that we have event receive new faction score, event receive updated faction score, and event receive, which are the three that we created, updated faction title, right? I think these are these three, right? Let me see. Because this one we should have already. So it's 1, 2, and 3. Yes, it's three of them. Because the others I should have already. Yes, we have already. Okay, so we have to remember that when we do these calls are server side, okay? So they are not client. So we need to create methods client side which are handling this. So I think in a very simple way, we create new events and we call them on client or on PC. I would say on client. So we do 1, we do 2, and just copy pasting the name so it's easier. I don't have to type it, you know. Just for that. Add new event on client. Okay. So updated faction score, new faction score, etc. So this one will be replicated on owning client and reliable. So it means that this one will be sent from the server to the client, right? So here we are going over the network, and here we call this guy. We call this guy. And we call this guy. Okay. So now maybe I can move this to the right. I don't know. Okay, so receive updated faction score. Now we need the same parameters, so we need a faction and a faction standing, right? So we need a faction and a faction standing and a faction standing. I'm trying to go quick, but there's a lot of stuff to do. That's the problem. There's a lot of stuff to do, boys. Okay, so here we have the same, but in this case is faction ID, and which is integer, and is faction score, which is an integer as well. So we connect this to this, this to this. Okay, so now when we are here, we moved from the server to the client, right? Now we need to do an additional piece, which is to move into the faction window, right? Into the faction window. So we have win skills, I think it is. Well, I can copy it from here because win skill and stat, exactly. Win skill and stat. And win skill and stat will have a receive faction standing, yes. And this one is pretty much doing the job. So in the same way, we need to create 2 new functions, or actually 3 new functions, right? Faction ID and title number. Receive faction title update. One thing though, because here wait a second, I did a mistake, I guess. No. Wait. Yeah, PS character, yes. So if we are updating the title, we are sending this, which includes the title. Yeah, I think it's fine. We consider that. We consider that in this case we need to change the score, but also the title. Actually, the name should be called score and title, but because this one is not only receiving the score, is receiving also, you know, is score and title, yes, because it's a completely new faction and is score and title. So we need to remember this, because this one actually is wait, I can split it to make it more understandable, because actually this one is update faction score, this one is update receive updated faction, can include new score or new or new title. Yes, because this is what it is, huh? So it's not only one, is two, it can be two things. And here we have only a title update. Okay, so we need to create this function pretty much identical also in win skills, right? So we need the same thing. So can I just copy paste it or something? Can I just I think I can. Can I just copy this? And it seems I can. The only difference is that I don't need them replicated, because they will be client to client, so and I can remove the I guess I can remove the on client. Okay, but at least we have all the parameters already in place, which is nice. So so with these three functions here, so we can call them directly now. So we can call faction score receive new faction score. So what we are doing here, we are moving from the player controller to the window, to the actual faction window. Okay, and we need to do it because updated faction score because we want to handle all the logic inside a window, so I don't want to handle it here inside the player controller, right? So updated faction title. Okay, so now with these additions we sent the message to the client and then inside our window. So our window now knows that we got these new values, right? And now it's up to us to decide what to do. Because what we do, let me drink a second because I'm thirsty. I don't have anything. Ah, wait, I'm taking some water. So now we decide what to do with this. Now, if it's only a new score, if it's only a new title or a new score, let's say that these two are the easiest, okay? Because this is just updating something that already exists. There is updating something that already exists. So in reality, in these two cases, we only need to what do I have to do? I have no idea. We only need to go what? Yes, we need to go in our win skill factions. Yes, we need to go in our win skill factions, which is a sub window of the skill window, right? Is a subset of our skill window. And we need to say, so here inside win skill, inside win skill, win. So inside this window, I need to check when we get the new title. But the new title is you get it directly with you get it directly from the faction. So wait a second. We get it directly from the faction. So basically I need to update my I still need to update these two things anyway. Yeah, I need to update factions and faction standing, because these are the ones that are keeping the values on the client. So okay, so I think we need to do this. We need to do the problem is, can I add a new value? Yes, I can. Because I mean, it's all by, okay, it's fine. So I'm doing it all together, so we think only one time maybe. But I need to get this, and I need to for each loop, right, of this thing, and I need to for each loop of this thing, and I need to do what? Hello, Dark War Online. Hey, welcome. The game is proceeding well. We did a lot of updates and changes. Pretty happy about it. And we are working now on the factions, and factions are basically organizations and associations in the game. Like, I don't know, the Fighter Association or the Sword Association, things like that. The crafting and such. And those are associations where you can join as a player, and you can, if you do quests for them, you're basically advancing your reputation, right, in those factions. So what we are doing now is to enable the update of the faction on the client. So when you are getting a new score, a new standing, that is published from the server to the client, and these functions are the ones that are receiving this information. And so now I'm trying to display it. Well, first update this structure and then display it on the client. So what I need to do here should be fairly easy. I mean, in theory I should just break this, then check if this one is equal to my faction ID, and If this is equal to the faction ID, then we just say, hey, there is the right faction, so please update, you know, update update that value. The only problem, I don't know if I need to create a new element or what. I think I need to do this. I think there is no other way. I think I need to put the score into the score. Everything else I need to copy it one to one, right? And this will be my new faction standing that actually I need to substitute with this element, right? So I will have to do a set array element. Given an array and an index, assign the item to the array element. Exactly. So I need to do a set array element, and this will be my element, and the index will be this index, right? That is if we find it. If we don't find it, nothing. We do nothing, right? Maybe let me print out something so we know that this happened. We can say something like updated faction score, updated faction score, and then we put the new score. The new score is this. Okay, so we also print it out. Vampire Survivor on Steam, like 1000 units sold. A very simple game. Okay, so they made a simple game, but it's selling a lot. Wow, which is good. My objective is not selling, but anyway, selling is always good, I would say. If you sell a lot, means that your game is good, so why not? Okay, so for update faction title, we basically have the same thing. So I will have to scan through the faction standing, and I would say that is identical to this. The difference is that we are now updating the title and we are not updating the score, but it's basically the same thing. I think it's exactly the same thing. So I get my standing, I loop, I break this element, I set everything to be identical. I set everything to be identical except the title. So the title number, so I have the title number. I don't have the title name, description, and emblem, right? So I need to get this. I need to get this from the factions. That's not very easy though, huh? I mean, it's not hard, but I need, basically before doing this, because the information, we don't have it directly on the standing, we have it on the faction. So unfortunately, I think the only way is to cycle. Oh fuck, I think I don't have it. No, I don't have it. No, I don't have it, boys. I need to pass it. I need to pass it here. There is no chance because I'm not sending all the titles for all the factions. I'm sending. Wait a second. I'm sending. I mean, if I take factions, right? If I take this, and I for each, I'm getting as a result this thing, and this thing as, and this thing as. Yes. No. We have it. If it's an existing faction, we have it because this is. Now the only problem is that I don't know if is. Wait. Faction positive events, right? No. I don't have it because this one is the. This one is the reputation. This one is the reputation, is not the title. So the title we actually don't have it inside the faction. So I need to pass it on. Yeah, I need to pass it on. I need to pass it on. It's okay, we can pass it on. So basically it means that it means that we need to update. You know, at this point it's a bit stupid having the three functions, but because actually, okay, I mean we can keep them, but actually I would have to pass pretty much all the parameters except from the score, because the score I'm updating only the score, which is fine. But if I'm updating the title, I need to pass in the. I need to pass in the title name, the title description, and the emblems. Because this one we don't have them anyway. So the only way is to pass them through. Name, description, and emblem. So name, description, and emblem. Now, where the hell do I have that here? Because okay, we have them. We actually have them here, which is great. Right. Okay, so we have them here. Now, I think we are using this only one time, right? Yes, we are using it only here. Okay, so that is fixed. So we will receive, we need to change this function, because this function will not be anymore like that. Now, what I'm thinking is when we receive the whole new faction, when we receive a whole new faction, what do? We add the faction to the array. Yes. And then we add the standing. Yeah, and then we add the standing. So, okay. Yeah. Yes, I think it should be okay. It should be okay. Let's see. I have to recompile because I changed my method on controller. I changed my controller method, boys. Okay. Failed? Yeah, failed for memory. Okay, succeeded. So we relaunch our editor and we go. So now the difference that we will have those 3 values available in the method. We just need to change it on the window as well, but then that should be okay. Yeah, it's giving an error on the pin because yes, this pin doesn't exist anymore. Hula, why are you throwing bombs all the time? Look at this, huh? Look at this. Pew 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 pew. A lot of bombs. Why you do that? Okay, so we go here. Now that method on player controller will be different. Yes, you see? So we need to change this as well. So this becomes a string, a string, a string. No. Mistakes were made. We need a string, and a string. And one is title name. Another one is title description. Description. And another one is emblems. Okay. Now we need the same thing here. We need exactly the same. So this becomes title name. And then we have title description, and then we have emblems. Okay, so this ensures that we have the proper information. Okay. Okay. Now we go here, we do this, and yes, we make the same faction standing with the difference that now we are copying over these values, right? So we are updating only the title because the score stays as it is. Faction ID, wait. Faction ID equal to faction ID, not faction ID equal to index. Oh, okay, yeah, there was a mistake here. There was a mistake. Okay, now this guy, yeah, at this point
I could do this all day.
Yes, I know. Me too. Me too. I can do this all day. The problem is that I cannot. The problem is that I cannot, because I also have other stuff to do, unfortunately. It's a pity, eh? It's a pity, it's a pity. But, you know, if the Patreon becomes, you know, thousands, then maybe I can. But I need thousands and thousands of Patreons. Okay, so if this is fine... Probably I would not do it anyway, even if we have thousands of Patreon, I would not do it. I mean, I think it's still fine to, you know, it's still better probably to work on this as a hobby than making it a job. I think we are having more fun, you know, to do it when we want to do it. Okay, so this in theory should update my thingy, and we also have a printout that is telling me. Now, the third one, which is this, is the one that happens when we have a full update, right? A full update. So it's a completely new faction and it's a completely new standing. So we are not just updating the title, we are updating everything. So in this case, I think it's not that hard because I just need to add I just need to add an element because we know that it is new. We know 100% that this is new, right? So we know that. So I think we can just add it. Now, the problem will be the refresh of the UI because the UI, so now basically the UI has the new values. So this was the simplest of the two actually at the end. So basically here we have the update. There is receive a new title for an existing faction, and this is receive a new score for an existing faction. Okay, so that's what it is. Okay, so in theory this should work. The problem is the update of the UI because I think that you will see the new value only if you change faction. So maybe we can force it. Maybe we can yeah, that could be a good idea. We can force it like if you clicked, right? Like if you clicked, but we don't know which in this case we don't know which faction though because it's a new one. Oh no, fuck. In the new one we have to reinitialize the window basically. Hey, here is a bit of a problem. Here is simpler because there is only an update of an existing faction. So in theory I could just click that faction. Now the problem is that I have the faction ID. I don't have the... So I don't have a correspondence between... I don't have a correspondence between the ID and the element that is listed in this window. Which, by the way, can also be the selected element at that point. But maybe we can find it out. Maybe we can find it out. Maybe WD faction, setup faction, faction ID. Yeah, we have the faction ID. So yeah, the problem is how do we click click faction dispatcher. Click faction dispatcher. Faction dispatcher is this. But we don't have this. We don't have this. We don't. Well, if we... Yeah, maybe we do. If we search inside... SRC faction names. SRC faction names. SRC faction name. So I have to... This case is complex for the UI, but this case is easy. Well, easy, I don't know, but anyways, so we go to we can do this. We can do this actually. So we can search the right. We can search the right. We can search the proper faction panel. I mean, we can, because actually this guy, if we cast it to faction name something, if we cast it to faction name, and then we get the faction ID. Right now we can compare to our faction ID. Right? So basically now we know if our I mean, we know which panel is the right panel, right? We know which panel is the right panel. And so if this is the right panel, we need to call this function. So faction clicked with, I hope I can. I don't know if I can call a function that is part of a dispatcher. Yeah, but I can, yes. So I just called faction clicked and I pass in my faction name. Right? So basically this will simulate a click from the player. So it's like if he's clicking again. And in theory, this should this simulates a player click, right? Now is exactly the same for the other guy. No, the copy paste. What happened? No, this one was here and this one was here. Oh yes. So yes, we need to do the same in this case and send the faction ID. Right? In the same way, and simulate the click. Okay, so if this works for one, it works for the other. So this will fix the two cases. Now we have one additional case, which is harder, which is when we receive a completely new faction that we didn't know yet. Yesterday I made my first spaghetti in Blueprints. Nice. I hope you didn't forget the tomato sauce. Yeah, tomato sauce with spaghetti Blueprint is perfect. Hello Morango, hi. So what we need to do here is that in this case we need to create a new box, you know, a new element, a completely new element in the list. So basically we need to go through the same code that we do receive faction. It's basically this. It's basically this with the difference that Receive a faction standing. Wait. Receive a faction standing. Yeah. It's basically this. Huh. Yes. I think we can call this. Yeah. We can just call this. We can just call this because we just updated the 2 fields. So, yes. It's actually easy. It's actually easy because we can pass in this, and I think that this will do the whole job again, right? So it will redesign completely the window. Yes. Create all faction widget. Now, the only thing that I think we are missing is that we are not deleting the previous ones, right? Do we have a clear all children? Ah, yes, we do. We have a clear all children. Okay, so in theory, it may work already. Oh, wow. That's insane. Okay, it may work, boys. It may work. Okay, let's see. Probably it will not work, eh? At the first time, I don't think it will. But we can see. So what I need to do, I need to delete my faction standing. Ah, you want to test it, eh? You want to test it, Ulla, eh? You want to see if it works, huh? I don't know. Maybe it will. I mean, we did a lot of changes, so we did a lot of code and a lot of blueprints, but you never know, huh? Maybe it will. Okay, we can run. We can run. And we will go to that merchant. So at the beginning we will have 0 factions. At the beginning we will have 0 factions. What was that red line? Attempting to focus a widget that is not focusable. Okay. Easy. I need to learn how to properly debug blueprints. Debugging blueprints is very easy if your project is full in blueprints. It's very easy. I can show you if you want. I can teach you. But it's very easy. You go to the editor, you put a breakpoint on a node, and then you go in play, and you just need to select the object to debug, and that's done. Teleport merchant me. Okay, so if I go in the faction window, it will be empty at the moment, okay? So we don't have any organizations, we don't have anything. Now, we want to speak with this guy, get his quest, and we want to... the problem is that I don't have the item, wait. I generate the item in my inventory. Okay, so this completed. So in theory... I don't know why there is this mug next to me, but... because I cannot carry anymore. Fuck. Okay, but anyway, apart from that. Now if I go under skill... Good job, boys! It actually worked! Oh my god, it worked at the first run! First run! Wow. 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 Wow, I'm amazed that it worked at the first run. I'm really I'm really amazed. I'm really amazed. I can teach you how to do it. Wait, I will teach you quickly how to do it. Assuming that you are here, okay? If you are here, tell me yes if you are here. Otherwise, I will explain something to no one. Yeah, it's working as intended the first run after 2 hours. After 2 hours of programming, first time testing it, it worked. With all the changes that we did to the C++ code and all the changes that we did to the blueprints. I mean, it is actually insane. But we didn't test everything. We tested only the most complex one. But I will test the other. Let me tell you how to debug. It's very easy actually. So let's take this, right? Let's take a sample project. You are blueprint only, right? You are not C++. If you well, or even if you are a mix, but so let's say that it is your project, right? And when you play, you know, when you play, something happens, okay? And you go around and do whatever you need to do, right? So let's say that you want to debug something. In my case, I want to debug, I don't know, a value in this mess, right? Like when I press J, I want to debug this, okay? So what I will do, I just have to put, I have to go here, and I have to add breakpoint, right? Add breakpoint. And this will basically add a stop or a breakpoint in this place, right? This means that when it will reach this, it will stop, right? Now, when you play though, wait, when you play, the debugger doesn't know, which object you want to debug on, because this object is a character, but in this level there can be like 10 characters, so it doesn't know which one. So you have to tell him, okay? So you have to tell him which object you want to debug. So if I click here, if you click here, debug filter, you will find a list of the objects that are currently running in your game, okay? So if the game is not running, you will not see anything, right? I think. And if you have 2 players, you will see two players here. So you select third person character, and now you will see here that when I press J, you know, you breakpoint here. If I don't select, and then you can step into, step over, step out and such. But if you don't select this, it doesn't know. And so even if I press J, it will never stop, right? It's too smart. It did it automatically. It's too smart. It did it automatically because it's the only, you say, it's super smart. So because it's the only one, and so it's selecting it automatically for you. But the point is that if you have more than one, you will not know, right? So this is one way. The other way is just to add prints. You know, if you add prints, so if I remove this breakpoint, and I want to know when it's going through this, you know, and I add a print that says hello, right? Then whenever I press J, you see hello at the top here. So it will say hello. So you can do it by, I mean, you can do it the good way, which is the one that I explained to you, or you can do it the simple way, just with some prints. Okay, that was it. End of the explanation. Okay, so now we want to do something different though. We want to have, we want to test the two other cases. The case in which my title changes and the case in which my standing changes. Okay? So we want to test these two other cases. So to test these two other cases, it's fairly simple. I will change my value to -20 and my title to 1 in the database, so that we start from a different point, right? And then in this case we will update both together. But I think it's okay, because our script is actually updating title and score pretty much at the same time. So the first one that arrives wins, huh? No, because we are updating only the score and not, yeah, we are updating it separately, so I think it will work. No, I think it will work. Okay, so now if I go under faction, as you can see in blue order, I have -20, I'm disrespected, and my title is aspirant. Okay. Now, if we do again the quest, if I do again the quest, right? The standing worked. The standing actually worked, but the title didn't. The standing worked, but the title didn't. Okay, let me see if I got it correctly on the database though. So this should be now different than that. Because the title was not updated. Why the title was not updated? Because with 25 points, I go to title number 1. Yes, correct. No, stupid me. No. The title is completely independent. The title is completely independent. No, there is a problem with the title, I think. Because the title, yeah, we give quest faction title 4, so in theory we should get 4 as the title. Why we get 1? It seems that was not updated. It seems that it was not updated. Simulate player click. It seems that... Okay, let me try to do it again. I can do this quest a million times if I want. I just want to understand what happens now. So now I will get another 25, which I don't know if will push me to the next level, but I will get... yes, I'm now into valued because I went to 30, but my title doesn't change. My title doesn't change. Did we put a printout? Did we put a printout? Yes, we should have an update faction title actually. Update faction title. Maybe I didn't call the function, I don't know. Maybe I didn't call the function. No, it's really saying update faction title aspirant. So he's really trying to update it to that. He's really updating it to that. So is the... strange though. So it means that we get this title. We get it as aspirant. So yes, we go through this, right? So receive update faction title. Okay, there must be there can be an error here. So title name, title description. Yeah, so we are getting, let me see if I did any stupid thing. Update faction standing title. Title number, okay. You gain the title of... by the way, we should also have it on the chat. On the chat, you gained... wait. No, this one doesn't happen. This one doesn't happen. So it means that probably the title number is wrong. Pretty strange, huh? But it seems that the title number... Okay, but it's easy, it's easy to check. We can just... we are in the perfect spot now. So we can just go here. Close this. Launch the server in debug mode. And... we can easily see if the title number is wrong. I think this title number will be probably wrong. Aspirant in blue order. Let me just see that the data is correct, because maybe the data is fucked. Aspirant in blue order. Aspirant in blue order. No, aspirant in blue order is 1. So in theory we should get Frost Mage. We should get Frost Mage. Why? Okay, let's see. But we are in the perfect spot, huh? So it should be very quick to debug. Yeah, it's updating to the same title, basically. Is standing semi-title? No, they are two different things. One thing is the reputation or standing. That is basically how much they like you. So a faction may like you or may hate you. And that's the reputation. And then we have the title, which is an official title that they give you based on something that you do. So like for example, in the magic, there is a kind of a trial for magic, and you go through a series of tests, and after you pass those tests, they give you a title. So basically you can keep that title even if later on they hate you, right? So you can still be a master in certain organization because you got the title, but they may not like you. Okay, what we want to do, we want to just say wait. Oh fuck. Okay. So we speak with this guy, we get the quest, we give him the item. And now, yes, I want to see what happens. Because in theory, title number 4. Title number 4, bro. Title number 4. So how can title number 4 become... wait a second. Faction title is empty. No. There is a fuck up here. There is a fuck up into this. Which is, by the way, the code of yesterday, not the code of today. There is a fuck up into this thing. Because yes, we have 4, but for some reason... Yeah, we already have a standing, so we should go inside of this. He's checking if the title is already set. No. I see. This check is wrong. This check is wrong. Yeah, because the title can be already set, but can be different, right? So if it's that is broken. That is broken. And by the way, it's the code of yesterday, not the code of today. So we can say that the code of today probably works 100%. This is empty is wrong. It must also be different. Now, different from what? That's the problem. So I need to move this actually outside. And then I need to compare... yeah, and then I need to compare, you know, if this guy is equal to... faction title... faction title name. So actually different than faction title name. So if they are different, then I have to do something. If they are not different, and by the way, this set dirty should stay inside of this. Okay, yeah, there was an error in the code of yesterday. Actually. Okay, now should be fine. Yeah, because we were already having a title, and the check was just expecting the title to be empty. So it was saying, if you don't have a title, I'm giving you one. But we may have a title which is different and lower, and so... Yeah, now the problem will be if you get a title that is lower than the one that you have. In theory, that should never happen. In theory, that should never happen. In theory. Yeah, so basically we were not getting the new title. That was the problem. Okay, so we get the NPC here, so we can just test it from here where we are. And... oops. That is a glitch, huh? In theory, it should never happen. What? Uh-oh. Wait, there is another problem. The problem is... the problem is that this guy... what? Ah, because I have too many? Oh my god. Okay. Okay, so there is another problem, but it's not related to what we are doing. You gain the title of Frost Mage. Yes, I'm a Frost Mage! I'm a Frost Mage now, look at this. Okay, perfect. So, it actually works also with the title now. Yay! It works also with the title. Okay, so... Okay, so basically I have my standing, which is respected, if I have my title, which is Frost Mage, right? Now, so it works well. Now, I still dislike this window, but I think it's just a matter of making it look better with some graphics on the background. I think that this window looks... I mean, in particular this part, the part on the right, look very, very messy. And I don't like it. The problem is that I don't know what to do to make it better. I think I need to actually put probably some... Probably I need to put in some... I mean, I don't know. I want to keep this because I have to remember that there is something I need to do for this. I don't know, maybe if we make the background not transparent as it is now, because at the moment it's very transparent, and also I think if we box this thing better, and maybe we box this thing better, I don't know, I think it needs some boxing, or because it seems that the pieces are a bit all over the place. It's very hard to understand, and I built it, so if it's hard to understand for me, imagine for someone that is seeing it the first time, right? I mean, this part on the left I think is okay with the symbol, the title, the description, but then the problem is that this part below is like you see respected here, you see respected again. I don't know. I think probably what I was saying the other day is that if we could have, you know, if we could have like a something like this that just makes you understand that this box is just yeah, something like that makes you understand that this box is a zoom into one on the left, right? because it is, right? So the respected is disrespected, right? It's this one. Respected is, so if you click on trusted, you will see trusted on the right, but I don't know if it's very understandable. I think it's a bit messy. I mean, if you have any suggestion, let me know, but we need to make it a bit better, because this is also the one that you are at the moment, right? So respected. Maybe you know what I can do? Maybe I can move this thing. Maybe I can remove this and just put it here and put it in blue only when you have selected the one that you are at, and when you select the others it goes white, so that you understand the one that is your standing. I don't know. I mean, at the moment it's a bit messy, I have to say. It's not very understandable. It's not very understandable. I need to think about it more. I mean, the good news is that the code is working. So now it's just a matter of some UI, you know, some graphics or something. So let me see what we did. We did send new faction rating to the client. Wow, we did only this one. but it was very complex, because actually we sent the title, we sent the score, and we sent a completely new faction. So actually it's a bit more than that, you know. So we are sending the new rating, we are sending the new title, and we are sending a new faction in case it's completely new, if just discovered, right? So basically we did, yeah, tonight we did this piece. Unfortunately it's already 11:50, so I don't think I can start a new topic, but so we did this, and this. We did all of this. So now we miss the creation of the PHP script. Fix the achievement for the... yes, this one also is another one that I need to do. And then this one is probably the most complex. I don't know if I want to do it now, but it's basically to define the benefits, the actual benefit that you get, like entering in a specific room or whatever, and implement them. But basically the system is working. This PHP file is this PHP script for title is used in the migration. In the migration between the old game and the new game. So basically for all the players that already did some of the quests, I need to ensure that I give them the right title based on the quest that they executed already, right? They completed already. Because they will not be able to do the quest again, because those quests are like one-off. GG! So I think that's all. Yeah, I think that's all. I think it was a good session anyway. We did a lot. I mean, maybe it doesn't look like a lot, but it was a good session, and all of this is actually working. So since we have a few minutes, let me just check it in. So we will check it in saying. What did I change? I changed this, this. So we say updating. So when your faction rating changes, we now update the client properly, right? And we update it also visually. So 6 files, 1 2 3 4 5 and player controller 6. Yes. Okay, good. Okay, guys, I think I'm gonna go because I don't think I can start something new in like 10 minutes, or I mean, I could stay a bit more, but starting the PHP script will take time. So I think we will do it tomorrow, or maybe tomorrow I'm gonna change topic again. Let's see what I want to do. Maybe we change the topic again. We should start to think about the new release, huh? Because the last release was kind of long time ago. It was the 7th of February. So we actually, well, it's not a long time ago, but it was the 7th of February. So I think we can start to think about a new release. What I want to have in the new release is at least this faction stuff. This faction stuff I would like to be working, right? So we can test it a bit. Yes, so I need the script. I think I need to complete the script, test the script, and yes, maybe fix the achievements, and maybe go back to Oja Vera a bit and finish some part of the city so we can open up a new part of the city. I think it would be very nice to have a new part of the city in. Would be pretty cool. But anyway. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go. Thank you for watching. If you want to click on follow on Twitch and subscribe on YouTube, would be very, very good. And if you do want to do something more, you can go to patreon.com/planeshift and you can get access to the game, because with the lowest tier you can download the game, and you also can see some of the videos that I'm posting sometimes here, and you get some access on Discord on the supporters channel, which is very nice. What games do to complex UI is hide the non-essential things behind and more info. Yeah, that's a good point. Like you mouse over, you mouse over something and you get the extra information. Yeah, we can maybe also do that. Why not? Okay, boys, I'm gonna go. So it was good. We see each other tomorrow, huh? Probably. I mean, 90% yes. Let's say 95% yes. We will see each other tomorrow, okay? Bye bye. Big head. Ah! See you, boys.